what is it? I don't recommend you use hard grit file. Oh my gosh, I need help. Hi everyone and welcome. This will be a two-part video. In part one, I'll show you how to remove gel nail polish that's been sitting on top of hard gel. And in part two, I will show you how to completely remove hard gel down to the natural nails without damage. Now, I hope to answer any questions you may have or you've had. If not, please feel free to ask below and I'll do my best to answer them as soon as I can. Also, let's help each other out. So if you see a question or you have a tip for me or for all of us, please answer the question, add any tips, any tricks that you may have learned over the years. We would love to know. We're always open for learning. We can start our little, I guess you can say, nail community, little intimate nail community. By the way, look at how long my nails are. These are a bit too long. One day I like them and one day I don't. It just depends on what mood I'm in. And I cannot believe they're this long. There's no way I can let my nails grow without using hard gel. They'll end up breaking if I just use like regular nail polish or even gel nail polish. Hard gel is a must for me. I'm now going on a year plus using hard gel, and I've noticed a huge difference. My nails definitely grow. I can let them grow as long as I want, as short as I want. And I've also noticed that using gel nail polish on top of hard gel, the gel polish lasts a lot longer than having the gel polish on top of natural nails. So yeah, there are so many pros to hard gel. I don't even know that there's any cons. Well, maybe there is. I don't know. But we'll cover that in a little bit. But oh my gosh, I think these are too long. Too long. But then again, there are different brands of hard gel, but I've only used IBD because I love it. You've seen me talk about this in my previous videos. I have 2 videos about them. You can click on the right screen, my left, but your right, on the card, and you can watch those videos if you haven't seen them already. Now, what do they say? If it ain't broken, don't fix it. And that's why I'm not using, or haven't been using, or will probably not use any other brands of hard gel except IBD because it is working for me. One of them is transparent for natural nails, and the other one is for building gel. It's a builder gel, and that is for nail extensions, nail tips. Honestly, I have not noticed a difference. I've said that before. I did not notice a difference between these two. I've used these two off and on. Sometimes I use this, sometimes I use this, and I have not noticed a difference. So I don't know. Have you guys used both of these? Have noticed a difference? I think you might notice a difference if you use nail extensions or nail tips. There are so many reasons why hard gel, acrylics, gel polish, or even nail polish lift.
Nails were not prepped properly, thick coats were applied around the cuticle area versus applying thin coats. You didn't leave enough gap around the cuticle area. The product was touching the cuticles, and that will definitely cause lifting. You have brittle nails, picking at your nails. I know someone that does that all the time. It drives me crazy. Shout out to Christiana. You know who you are. And what else? Biting your nails, constant hand washing. That's me. Stress, changing medication, hormonal changes, or even illness.
So yeah, I mean, there's so many different reasons. I'm sure I probably missed one or two. There are 2 ways. I'll show you how to file the gel on my index finger, and on the middle finger, I'll show you how to soak off the gel using acetone, being very, very, very careful not to over soak the nail. Otherwise, you will have some lifting. And in fact, it's almost impossible to avoid lifting when using acetone. Now, I know I'll have quite a bit of lifting, hopefully not that much, but you never know. Only because I've had these nails for almost a month, you guys, almost a month. And they are like holding strong. They can go probably for another month. Some nail technicians like to file off the gel using a combination of an electric nail file and a hand file using a coarse grit file. I personally never liked using an electric file, even though I have been trained to use one. I don't recommend it. I don't like it. Especially if you're not trained to use one, don't use it because you can easily file the natural nail, the top layer of the natural nail. And obviously you don't want that because it can be very painful. So don't use it. Just use a coarse grit nail file, coarse grit gel, coarse grit file. Say that 10 times. Oh, and here's a tip. If you're a die-hard hard gel nail polish fan and frequently like to use or change your nail polish color, I recommend using regular nail polish over gel polish. Why, you ask? Well, it's because it is less maintenance. Here's a good example. Let's just say you want to change your nail polish color once, maybe twice. I know some people like to change their nail polish color 2 to 3 times a week. You would either use a soak-off method, which involves acetone, using acetone, which can cause some lifting and which means you'll have to do refills. And that's a lot of work. Or you can file the polish and it takes time, but it is quicker than the soak-off method. But on the other hand, if you use regular nail polish, you remove it with non-acetone, which is safer and it does not cause the hard gel to lift. So there are downsides and there are upsides. The downside of using non-acetone is it does take longer again with regular nail polish, so you just have to pick and choose. There are pros and cons. So here's a close-up of my nails. It is not like me to go this long without doing refills and changing the color. Believe me, this is killing me. This was a test for both of us to see how the hard gel and gel nail polish hold up on my nails. Now, I am sure it'll be different on your nails. And aside from the nail growth, which is quite evident, I'm very, very impressed considering my nails grow fairly quick. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm sure there will be lifting, probably more than usual. I love this tan nude color. It has shimmer in it, but you would never guess because you just can't see it. You'd have to look very, very, very close to see it. It has become my favorite nude gel color by ASP in the color Poetry in Motion from Sally Beauty Supply. This particular color is highly pigmented. I'm not sure about their other colors. You can get away with using one coat, but I prefer to use 2 coats. The swatch on this brush handle is not accurate. You can see the difference, so much darker than the actual color. The color you see in the clear glass area is more accurate. I topped this color with 1 coat of One Door non-wipe top coat, which happens to be my favorite and actually the only non-wipe top coat I've ever used, and you can buy this on Amazon. I don't use base coat when applying gel nail polish on top of hard gel. You can do that, but honestly it's just a waste. There is no need because the hard gel acts as my base coat. However, I do use base coat when applying regular nail polish over hard gel to give nail color a smoother finish. It's just what I prefer to do. Okay, let's begin. On the middle finger, I'll soak off the gel, and on the index finger, I'll file off the gel, which I prefer doing, but I really wanted to show you both ways. Before soaking the middle finger with acetone, I need to break through the shine by filing the shine so all there's left is a powdery matte finish, basically removing the top coat. I'm using a 100-180 grit file. Either side works. If you have a coarser file, that works too. Now that I'm left with a matte finish, I can now soak a small piece of cotton ball in acetone. I place it on top of the nail and wrap it with a small piece of aluminum foil. So since I'm just removing the gel color, I'll soak it for about 3 to 4 minutes maximum. Then I'll check it. It may or may not need to be soaked longer, but we shall see. Doing this will definitely cause the hard gel to lift in some areas, so be careful not to soak the nail any longer. If you do, more lifting will occur, and that's not what you want. Okay, so it's been about 3 minutes, so let's see what's going on under the foil. Now I know it doesn't look like anything happened, but the acetone did seep through the first coat of gel nail polish. I'm using an orange stick to scrape off the gel. It is not my favorite tool, as you can see. I'm having a little bit of a hard time with it, so I decided to switch to an old metal cuticle pusher I purchased years ago. Now notice I'm using quite a bit of pressure, and that is okay because I'm not scraping the gel polish off of my natural nail. The hard gel acts like a shield. It's protecting my natural nail, so it's okay to use more pressure than normal. You can see the combination of soaking and scraping didn't remove all of the gel polish. So from here you can either re-soak the nail for additional 2 to 3 minutes and scrape until the gel is completely removed. But you know what? I don't recommend it because the goal here is to remove the gel nail polish, not the hard gel. So instead of soaking and scraping, which will take time and possibly remove the hard gel, I'll just file the remainder of the gel nail polish using the same file. I thought for sure there will be lifting. Actually, more lifting than normal. Wow, there was hardly any lifting. I must have done a great job prepping my nails prior to my last filling. I am very impressed. Now let's file away the gel nail polish on my index finger, which is my preferred way. It's faster than soaking, scraping, and filing, and possibly repeating more than once, twice, 3 times a lady, you know. During filing, I ended up filing away the areas that were lifted, and there was very, very, very little lifting. I am once again very impressed. If it's your first time removing gel nail polish off of hard gel and you're not sure which way to remove it, why don't you try both ways and see which way you prefer? You'll probably find filing is much faster. And those are the 2 ways I remove gel nail polish off of hard gel. I sometimes file them, I sometimes soak them off, depending on the mood I'm in. Well, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in part 2. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, do whatever you'd like to do. In part 2, I will show you how I completely remove hard gel down to the natural nails without damage. Ciao for now, and until next time, have a fabulous day. Take care. Bye-bye.